Okay, so any issues, any doubts in the last class? Anyone tried configuring server roles? Anyone tried practicing server roles? Any challenges while practicing the server roles?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
This is Srinath, sir. Please give
Yeah.
me the recording permissions.
Okay, Srinath. Yes, Srinath, you can record the session.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Right. Okay, let me connect to the server. Let me connect to the server. Right. Okay, so in the last class, we just discussed about the server roles. Okay, what is meant by server roles? How many server roles are there? How to check the permissions for a server role? Okay, how to add any member into the server role? What is meant by role actually? Okay, so can anyone tell me what is the stored procedure to find out the permissions of a server role?
Server roles.
SP underscore server roles, huh? That's it, huh?
SP underscore server permissions.
SP underscore server permission. That's it.
We give a query, sir. We want to write a query.
What is that query?
Server role,
Hmm.
permissions like that, sir.
Hmm.
SP underscore
Hmm.
SRV role permissions.
Very good. Okay, so the
Correct,
query
sir.
is,
No, correct, sir.
okay. Okay, so the query is SV underscore SRV role permission. Okay, so you have to use the
Permission.
stored procedure. Okay, so by using the stored procedure, you can find out what are the permissions are there for fixed server roles. What is meant by fixed server role? What is meant by fixed server role? Why will call it as fixed server role? How many fixed server roles are there in SQL Server?
8, sir.
8
8
plus 1.
plus 1, sir.
That's one server, fixed server roles. Why we are going to call it as a fixed server role?
Whenever we install SQL Server automatically.
Okay, whenever we install SQL Server, automatically these roles will come. So that's why we'll call it as fixed server roles. Huh?
No, sir. Whenever we installing server is giving fixed roles. That's why we call a fixed role.
Yeah, what is that fixed? Server will give you fixed roles. That's fine. Why we can call them as fixed server roles?
I don't know.
Can anyone answer? Okay, if you go to security and if you see the server roles, you can see the fixed server roles. Okay, so these are the fixed server roles: bulk admin, DB creator, disk admin, process admin, public, security admin, server admin, setup admin, and sysadmin. Right? Why we will call them as fixed server roles?
Set of permissions, that's why we call
That's okay. Set of permissions. That's why we'll call it as a role. That is the definition for role. Set of predefined permissions will group together. That is called a role. But why fixed server role? Why means
delete the options.
very
Each
good.
role have specific roles.
Yes, excellent, excellent. Each role has specific permissions. You cannot add any permission to this role. You cannot remove any permission from this role. Okay, imagine if bulk admin is having 3 or 4 permissions. Okay, so what are the permissions are there for bulk admin? Bulk insert operations and add member to bulk admin role by default. Okay, I gave you assignment questions, right? Anyone completed that assignment question? Anyone completed a what is that assignment question? A process admin can kill sysadmin session or not?
Yeah, I try, sir. I want to learn, but I didn't find any good way to learn that.
How you tried?
Just search in Google, sir, how to generate that one.
Okay, have you installed SQL Server? Jana,
Right?
have you installed SQL Server?
Yeah, we
I
installed
installed, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Right, what is the answer, guys? Can a security admin, right? I have a lot of questions for you. Can a process admin kill sysadmin session or not? That is one question. Can a security admin, what is meant by security admin? What kind of permissions he will have? Member of security admin can, what he can do?
Create the login,
Very good.
create the user.
Not
Can-
user. Okay. Create the
He
logins.
can, he can grant or revoke it.
Very good. Restore database
Any
permission. He can create the, especially more like very important permissions are, he can create the logins, he can drop the logins, he can rename the logins, he can change the passwords of the logins. Right. So my question is, can a security admin delete any sysadmin login or not? First question is, a member of process admin can kill sysadmin session or not? That is one question. A member of security admin can delete sysadmin login or can rename the sysadmin login or can change the password of the sysadmin login or not? Second question.
No, sir.
No. The answer is no. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I gave you another question, right? In how many ways we can start or stop the SQL Server?
Services.msc, one.
Very good.
Configuration manager.
Okay. Okay. Configuration manager.
Stop SQL Server CMD.
Stop
Server.
SQL Server CMD. Very good. Right. Okay. So fine. Okay. So we can start or stop the SQL servers in multiple ways. Okay. One is like we have all the services there in the services.msc, right? From services.msc, open Windows, run services.msc. Okay. From here, you can start or stop the service. Okay. So just select any service, hit S button. Okay. Just keep it in ascending order, alphabetical order. Just press yes button. And you can see this is a SQL Server main database engine service, right? So if you want to start or stop, already it is running. You can see the status as running. So you can stop it just clicking on stop button, or you can restart it just by clicking on the restart button, or by right clicking, you can start, stop, pause, or else like restart, whatever you want, you can do. This is one way. Second way is configuration manager. Okay. Second way is configuration manager. Using configuration manager also, we can, sorry, Using configuration manager also, we can start or stop a SQL server. Right, so this is another way by using configuration manager. Same like how you can do start or stop SQL services from services.msc. In the same way, we can also start or stop or restart the SQL Server services from configuration manager. Right click, you can choose the option start, stop, resume, restart, or else select the service, and you can see this is pause button, this is stop button, and this is restart button. As it is running currently, start button is disabled. If it is stopped, if you see here for browser symbol, for browser service, it is not showing here. So for browser service, you can stop, you cannot, sometimes you cannot start service from configuration manager, guys. Sometimes you cannot stop the service from configuration manager. Can anyone tell me why it is not showing start button to me? How to fix this issue? Can anyone tell me? It is not showing start button. Now
Maybe it's in disable.
it's in disabled. So that's why it is not showing start button. How to enable it?
Service.msc.
Can we do it from here?
What is?
Go to the property.
Now can you see start button here? So as the service is disabled state, that's why you cannot see the start button, and you cannot see right click start option also is not there last time. So when you enable the service, currently the service is disabled. So when you enable the service, then you can see start button. So like this you can fix. So this is another way of starting, stopping, restarting the services. One is services.msc. Second thing is your configuration manager. We have command also to start or stop the SQL server. We have command also. What is that command? Net, as it is already running. The SQL server is already running. Let's try to stop it. To stop it, net stop. What is the default instance name? What is the default instance name?
MS SQL Server.
Very good. So you cannot give the computer name here. You have to simply give MS SQL Server. This is the default instance name. Net stop MS SQL Server. Hit enter. It will ask you yes or no. Do you want to continue this operation? Just hit Y. Y means yes. Now SQL Server is stopping. See here, as of now, it is showing play button, right? So now it was successfully stopped. Now it refresh this window. Now you can see SQL Server and all other services are stopped. So this is another way of starting and stopping the SQL Server. How to start it? Using command. What is the command to start it?
Next start.
Next start.
Very good. Net stop for stopping the services. Net start for starting the services. Net start MS SQL Server. Don't give any spaces between MS SQL Server. So now you can see SQL Server services are starting. So very important. Sometimes it won't allow us. You may ask, sir, why we need to discuss those many ways. Sometimes you should know. Sometimes you cannot start it from services.msc. You cannot start it from configuration manager. So might be this command prompt command also will help you. But what you have to do is you have to open command prompt in run as administrator mode, in the elevated mode. Remember, elevated mode means what? Run as administrator mode. Elevated mode means run as administrator mode. Sometimes in the troubleshooting steps and all, they will mention open command prompt in the elevated mode. Elevated mode means what? Just simply they are asking you to open this command prompt in run as administrator mode. So you can see run as administrator mode. Then you can give net start. If you don't open with run as administrator mode, it won't work. You cannot start or stop the SQL services. So you have to open the command prompt in run as admin mode. Right, fine. So why we are going to call the server roles as fixed server roles? And I have we have questions, right? Process admin. So anyone tried? Can a process admin kill sysadmin session or not? Yes or no? I need answer. No problem. Just try it. Nothing, not an issue. Yes or no?
No.
No.
Yes,
Okay.
sir, no.
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Okay. Can a security admin delete the sysadmin login or not? For this,
No, sir.
No, sir, it is top.
No, sir. Can't do.
okay. Fine. Okay. So what you are going to do is, okay, for tomorrow, create two logins. Create two logins, two separate logins. Don't use existing sysadmin login. Create two separate logins. Okay, with your own names. For one login, give process admin role. For another login, give sysadmin role. Okay, right? Process admin and sysadmin role. Fine. And open a session from one login, sysadmin login. Okay, and try to kill that session from process admin session. Okay, open a session from sysadmin, open a session from process admin. Two users has
can
to
do-
open different sessions. Okay, and try to
Admin can do anything.
kill. Okay, and try to kill sysadmin session from process admin session and let me know the answer. That is one thing. Second thing is, again, once this assignment is completed, change the roles to security admin. Okay, change the roles to security admin. Right, and again there also add, imagine two logins, right? We have two logins, Afifa and Vishnu. Okay, imagine Afifa is a security admin, Vishnu is a sysadmin. Add Afifa into security admin, Vishnu into sysadmin. Okay, and try to delete Vishnu's login. Okay, try to delete Vishnu's login and let me know what is the result. Okay, what is the answer? Let me know for tomorrow. These are the assignments. Okay, two assignments. You should be make sure whether yes or no. You have to be confident. Okay, I need answers for tomorrow. Okay, right? These are the two assignment questions. So why we are going to call the roles as fixed server roles means, imagine for the security admin, how many permissions are there? 16 permissions are there. We cannot either remove any permissions from the 16 or else we cannot add any permission to the 16. That 16 permissions are fixed. Okay, we cannot alter the permissions. We can simply add logins to the role. That's it. If I don't like this role, I cannot remove this. If I don't like this permission, I cannot remove this permission from this role. Or else, if I like one permission, I cannot. Okay, add extra permission to this role. These permissions are fixed. That's why we are going to call them as fixed server roles. Clear? Right? So if we like it or if you don't like it, you have to use, in case if you want to add anyone into the security admin, by default, he will get all 16 permissions. Okay, by default, he will get all 16 permissions. Right. I have a question for all of you. Listen carefully. We have already discussed grant with grant. Okay, grant with grant, revoke, deny. So we have already discussed about these four keywords. Grant means what? Giving permissions. With grant means what? You
Giving
can,
permission to others.
yes, very good. You can enjoy the permissions and you can give the same permissions to others also. If I gave you grant select, you can only read the table. If I gave you with grant select, you can read the table. You can give same select permission to another user also. Right? That is with the grant. Revoke means what? Taking back the permissions. Okay? Taking back the permissions. What is meant by deny? We have already discussed deny. So remember, it's very important, guys. Very important permission. Deny is very important permission. For example, if I don't want to, Afifa don't want to access one of my table. what I'll do simply, I won't give permissions to Afifa. If you give permissions, then only Afifa can read the table, right? If I don't give it, Afifa cannot read the table. By why again, I have to especially mention what is the use, what is the need of this deny. If I don't give it, Afifa cannot read it. Then what is the difference between deny and without giving permissions? Is there any difference? In that case also, Afifa cannot read the data. If you don't give permissions also, Afifa cannot read the data. Or if you add deny permission to Afifa, in that case also Afifa cannot read the data. So why again we have deny permissions?
In future, anybody chance to give the permission, sir. That's why deny is permanently.
Very good. Very good. So in future might be by mistake if someone give permissions to Afifa, okay, might be by mistake if someone gave permissions to Afifa. So what happened? Afifa can easily read the data from the table. So I strongly decided Afifa can never read this table from in her lifetime. Okay, in her lifetime she cannot read this table. I strongly decided. So I'll give deny permission to Afifa. So in case if anyone by mistake gave read permission to Afifa, as read permission was denied to Afifa, okay? So Afifa can never read the data in case she is having read permissions. Okay, Afifa can never read the data in case she is having read permissions also, as deny is already applying on Afifa. Deny versus any permission, the result is deny only will win. Clear guys? Deny versus any permission, the result is deny only will win. Okay, even though you have read permissions, but read permission is denied, you cannot deny. Sorry, you cannot read it. You have write permissions on a table, but write is deny on you. You cannot write it, as deny only will win. Deny is the most powerful permission after sysadmin. Remember, after sysadmin, deny is the most powerful permission. Is it clear, guys? Any issues, any doubts? Fine, everyone. Deny is the most powerful permission after sysadmin. So I have a question for you. Okay. So Afifa is a member of process admin. Afifa is a member of process admin. So what permissions she will get by default if she is a member of process admin? What permission? What is the very important permission for process admin? Kill the process. Very good. Okay, kill the process. Process admin will have only two permissions. One is add member to process admin. Second permission is kill. So Afifa is a member of process admin now. Okay, Afifa is a member of process admin now. Now my question is, can Afifa and again kills permission was denied to Afifa. Okay, Afifa is a member of process admin, but kill permission was denied to Afifa. Now tell me, can Afifa kill the session or not?
No, sir. The permission is not denied.
No, sir.
So the answer is no. Okay, as I told you, deny is most powerful permission. Deny is the most powerful permission after sysadmin. Okay, deny is the most powerful permission. Same question. Now Afifa is a member of sysadmin. Okay, Afifa is a member of sysadmin. Now Afifa is a sysadmin. Okay, but deny permission, kill permission is denied for Afifa. Kill permission is denied for Afifa. Now Afifa can kill the session or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, she did.
No.
I need answers from everyone. Just try it. No
Yes,
problem.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So the answer is, okay, sysadmin versus deny. Who will win?
Sysadmin win, sir.
Very good. Okay.
Sysadmin.
And any server role versus deny. Who will win? Any server role
Deny
means
win.
other than
Deny.
sysadmin. Okay.
Deny.
Any server role means other than sysadmin. Remaining other 7 we have, right? 7 roles. Total 8. If you remove sysadmin, then 7 server roles versus deny. Deny only will win, guys. Very good. Very good. Okay. So even though Afifa is a member of process admin, if kill permission is denied, okay, ultimately deny only will work. So she cannot kill any session. Okay. So any server role versus deny only will win. And sysadmin versus deny, sysadmin, of course, no one can deny the sysadmin. So sysadmin only will win. Okay. So this is all about your fixed server roles. So the name itself is saying fixed server roles means you cannot change the permissions. You cannot add permissions. You cannot remove the permissions. That is called fixed server roles. But I don't like it. Whatever permissions are there for the security admin, I don't like it. I don't want to use this set of permissions. I want to create a role with my own permissions. Yes, that also we can do. You can create your own role with your respective permissions. You want to collect some permissions from process admin. You want to collect some permissions from security admin. You want to collect some permissions from setup admin, security admin, server admin. Whatever you want, you can collect different permissions from different role, and you can create one role. Customization. Okay, so customized server roles are there in the SQL Server. Customized server roles. You can customize the role. If you don't like the fixed permissions, then you can customize the role. You can collect permissions and you can make it as a group. So you can add any member into that group, so that automatically will become member of that group. What are the permissions are there for that group? All permissions will be applied for that member. Clear, guys? Customized server role means you can customize the permissions of a server role. That is called customized server role. This feature has been introduced from SQL Server. Can anyone tell me which version? From which version it was introduced? SQL Server 2012. Okay. So guys, the meeting is going to close now. Okay. So it is showing less than 1 minute. So I'll close the meeting now. I'll reopen the meeting again. Okay. Please join with the same meeting link. Okay. Please join with the same meeting link. I'm going to reopen the session again.